I teach art history at a community college in Missouri, and for Black History Month, I thought that I would give a little bit of information, a little introduction to a different Black artist from different periods throughout art history every day of the month. So, February 1st, we're going to talk about Henry Ossawa Tanner. Henry Ossawa Tanner is an American artist. He's originally from the US. He studies art formally at the Pennsylvania Academy of Art. And he was the only Black student in his class when he attended there. After graduating, he moves to Paris in 1891, where he wants to continue his studies. Now, in the late 1800s in Paris, there's a lot of things happening in the painting world. We have Impressionism coming on the scene, some different ideas about the treatment of light and color and brush strokes. Henry Ossawa Tanner is largely thought of as a prominent member of what we call 19th century realism, but he's also very influenced by what's happening with Impressionism. This work is fairly typical of his work. This is called The Thankful Poor. He was very interested in portraying working people's everyday lives. Instead of just painting like the nobility and historical paintings or mythological or religious subjects, he liked to focus on everyday people and what their lives looked like. Look at his treatment of light. Look at how he uses color. Look at the brush strokes here. These are very innovative, kind of impasto, heavier, more painterly kind of brush strokes. Pretty groundbreaking work at the time. He's considered the first African-American painter to gain international acclaim. He became very famous throughout Europe. His work was accepted into the 1896 Paris Salon, which is a big exhibition. It's a big deal to get in. And at the subsequent salon in 1897, he won the Bronze Prize. So he received accolades in the most prestigious kind of exhibition happening at this time in Paris, which is a big deal. He was also awarded the same Legion of Honor decoration that some other prominent artists from the time period were awarded. So Legion of Honor decoration, bronze at the big Paris Salon. He's really kind of living the life and becoming very notable and very successful at this time. He has an interesting background. He has a very accomplished family. His father was a minister, so you can see kind of the influence of some of those religious themes coming into some of his work. And this one breaks a lot of boundaries, including stylistic ones. In his personal life, he also breaks some boundaries of the time. He marries a very famous Swedish-American opera singer named Jessie Olsen. During World War I, he works for the Red Cross, and while he's doing that, he completed sketches and paintings from the front lines of that war to give some impressions of what was happening. Overall, his legacy in painting is of combining realist belief and careful study from nature with a desire to portray everyday people, especially African Americans, with dignity and in a setting that is domestic and part of the daily lives of normal people, right? And another part of his legacy is his experiment with paint application, light, and color. So Henry Ossawa Tanner, check him out if you weren't previously familiar.